everybody, it's Christine, and I am up with day 2 of the Scrapping Boys series. Today I am up with Khristina. I will link you up to her down below, so be sure to visit her. And I'm going to be working with some Paper House Productions products today to create a beach-themed layout. Beach-themed layouts are a really easy way to tackle boy layouts because the bright yellows, the bright greens, the bright oranges, the bright blues all work really well with boy stuff. Now, one struggle I ran into with this, and this is a tip I have for you, is the yellow paper that you see there. On that one side, it had the fern leaves, whatever tropical plant they are. And then on the other side, it had those leaves again, but it also had some pink flowers. When I run into that, I just use the part that will work for the boys. So many times I'll have a striped paper that maybe has pinks or purples in it, but it also has a bunch of blues and reds and yellows and greens. So I'll cut out the stripes that will work for me. That's one of the main ways I approach boy scrapbooking, is that I look at the patterned papers and see if there is anything I can do to make it work for a boy layout. So in this case, I divided it in half diagonally, and then on the bottom, I just put this white paper with this really light green greenery all over it. And then I'm going to build from there. I had seen this design recently, and it's actually inspired by Nicole Noasad, who I will link you up to her Instagram channel or Instagram page down below as well. I had seen it and kind of filed it in my brain as a design that I liked and wanted to try. And so that's where my inspiration came for this. Now I'm gonna use 2 photos today, and I actually, right now you're seeing the photos before I went back and edited them again. They are they didn't feel like they were that dark to me, but on camera they were coming up really dark, which, you know, it's always a challenge to photograph a photograph. But I did go back and lighten them up quite a bit and in the end for my final page. So I'm going to add those right smack dab in the middle, and I'm going to put them both a little off kilter on my angles, and I am going to pop them up because I did pop up a bunch of the leaves that I put down the middle. Now down the middle you see leaves, and I'm going to be adding to that more. These are just some tropical leaves. They came in a patterned paper from Paper House, and I just went through and fussy cut them. I did not cut all the details out. I just went around the main outside of the leaves. I definitely could have done all the details, but I just honestly didn't feel like going that far with it, so I didn't. Now, what I'm doing now is I am expanding my greenery area to be a little thicker, and a couple ways I'm achieving a good look here. First of all, I'm mixing up whether they're flat or they have 3D foam adhesive. Second of all, if they are flat on one end, I am popping up the opposite end so that the tip comes up a little bit. Again, using 3D foam adhesive, and I'm just using some little 3D foam squares to do that. And that's just a really easy way to achieve a different look to your dimension. And it kind of, in a way, adds movement to the page. I'm not really sure why or how that works, but I feel like it helps move things around. Now, the next thing I am going to do is add on a title, and I want to bring in another color because I feel like right now just the white, green, and yellow is a little bit bland. And maybe bland's not the right word, but it's incomplete, especially with the blue in the background on the pictures. And so part of what I'm trying to figure out right now as I'm creating this leaves down the middle is how I can add some color. And what I'm going to end up doing is pulling out a couple different shades of blue tags. And these were just in my stash, and they work really nicely to bring out the color in the background water on the pictures. It also allows me a lot more room as I go about my embellishing. And I knew I needed like some blues or oranges in there so I could have more options for embellishing, because otherwise it was just going to get too monochromatic and everything was going to get lost. So I'm adding in now some different stickers. Paper House Productions has beach stickers in any shape or form you could possibly want. Big, small, cardstock, 3D, foil. There's just so many different options. So I pretty much just pulled out everything I had from them that I thought might work, and I'm going to build from there. I'm going to focus primarily on seashells, and then I'll add a few more little details. Like up there at the right, I added a 3D sticker that says surf shop, and then I'm just going to add seashells around it. Same thing's going to happen at my other 2 points. Now you're going to recognize with these points that I'm creating a visual triangle that surrounds both the title and the pictures. My title came from, I just cut it out on my electronic cutting machine because there wasn't a great title option within the stickers. There's some good titles, but they just weren't quite big enough. So I wanted something big, so I went to my machine and cut that out. But you can see that visual triangle working already. Now, let's talk a little bit about this series. It's going to be going on for the rest of the week. I'm going to have different collaborators every day. Today, as I said, is Khristina from Redefine Creative, and I also have a giveaway. All you have to do to be entered twice each day is to visit both channels, become a subscriber if you aren't already, and then leave a comment down below. Maybe they'll ask you to comment something specific, maybe they won't. And that will get you an entry from my channel as well as from Khristina's channel, and you can come back tomorrow and get another 2 entries. The giveaway is a $50 gift card to Paper House Productions. And then the second giveaway, so there's going to be 2 winners. The second giveaway is a gift certificate to the ScrapRoom. So if you're liking the products that you're seeing right now, these are Paper House Productions. You could get in on a $50 gift card to them. There are also tons and tons of Paper House Production layouts, both on my page and on Khristina's, because she is on their creative team. So definitely, if you're liking this stuff, check out more of our Paper House products, because we have lots of videos, lots of good themed products, especially if you like themed stuff. Paper House is a great go-to source for that. So all that said, make sure that you don't miss out on the chance to visit Khristina today, and make sure that you hit subscribe, leave a comment. What I'd like to hear from you today is, what are your tricks when you have patterned papers? What do you look for? How do you approach a patterned paper that maybe looks like it's mostly for girls, but you want to use it for boys? Do you have any tricks that I didn't mention? I would love to hear those down below. And if you don't have any tricks, you can just say hi. That's fine too. Now, finishing things off, as you can see, I've taken this to look very much so like a boy layout, very much so like a beach themed layout, and lots of fun little details and elements added up in it. I really enjoyed doing this diagonal cut down the middle. I may just visit that technique again. The last thing I'm going to do, and I did do it off camera, is I'm going to add some white Nuvo drops to each of my clusters just to add a finishing touch to the whole thing. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope you're getting some inspiration for scrapbooking about those boys, and make sure to visit Khristina. We'll see you again tomorrow.